weekly series related to projects, where we try to bring you the different client projects that we have worked on. And we try to bring you these projects from a technical standpoint as well as from a business perspective to help you understand on the kind of challenging situations that you will be dealing with. So today we are looking at optimization of kit item distribution in the automotive industry. So before we talk about the project, right, let me ask you a question. I'll present a scenario and then you have to answer that question yourself. We have two people competing for jobs, right? We have Mr. or Mrs. A and we have Mr. or Mrs. 360, right? So Mr. A has been trained at XYZ Institute. They have worked on dummy projects from Kaggle, GitHub, etc. They have taken the dataset from there and they have worked on these projects. Now, Mr. or Mrs. 360, they have been trained at 360DigiTMG. They have worked on real-time projects. They have attended daily stand-up calls. They have created end-to-end data pipeline. They have worked for deployment on-premise and on cloud. They have attended client calls, and they have had their research papers published in various international journals. So the question here is quite simple. These two people are competing for the same job. Which resume do you think will get shortlisted? All right. So without spending any more time, I would like to present our star of the show today. We have Soumya who has joined us. Welcome, Soumya.
Hi, Aditya. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everyone.
So, Soumya, you have worked on this project, which is related to optimization of kit item inventory in the automotive
Yes,
industry, right? So
yes.
why don't you walk our viewers through the project details, starting with the business understanding of the project?
Sure, definitely. So, everyone, good evening. Let me tell you regarding this project. When we say it is an automotive manufacturer, so this is some project which is related to forecasting, where the client is having lot of customers. When I say customers, each and every customer is having a kit item. The kit item is consisting of the parts of the vehicle. Each and every vehicle, the brand is different. When I say a kit, a customer will always have a unique kit, and not more than one customers will have the same unique kit. Our objective here was to determine how many kits were required for each and every customers. So that was a primary goal, and we are going to reduce the delivery time for each and every kit. In such a way, the supply chain can be managed. And when we take the business criteria, so the client asked us to make through this business criteria is met. So this is still a live project. When you see or consider the data set, previously we finished this because till Feb we had the data set with us. Yes.
All right. So as you can see here, it is always an ongoing journey when it comes to AI ML solutions. There never is a time when a project can be said to be fully completed, right? So we have to continuously keep on working, continuously keep on improving the performance of the algorithms that we are using. So, Soumya, you mentioned
Yes.
about the data here. So why don't you explain a little bit on what kind of data you were using?
Sure, Aditya. So when I take data, the data what you're seeing in a live project, it is a raw data. When I say a raw data, there will be lot of columns. Unrelevant columns will be a lot in here. When we take a kit item, so this client was having relationship or dealing with a customer for traditional. In the sense, they will be giving them business on day-to-day basis. And some kit items were not like that. They were very new. So we made sure and said to the client that only those kit items at least should have 24 data points. So we took that kit items and we built our model. What we did here, we did lot of imputation techniques, and we came across only one imputation technique, that is KNN imputation, and it was well going here. So that is how we prepared our data set here. Yes, Arun.
Okay, great. So here you can see, guys, we are using machine learning, not just in our model building phase, but we are also using a machine learning algorithm in our imputation phase, which shows the importance of understanding a project from end to end, right? So now that your data here was prepared, you took 24 data points per client, right? So
Yes.
what are some of the different forecasting models that you tried?
Various models we built. We started with traditional models, ARIMA model, S-ARIMA model, Auto-ARIMA model, LSTM, RNN, and we came across one model called Prophet model, which was given by SK Time Library. There we were given in such a way, forecasting horizon was there. We can set the forecasting horizon and we can proceed further. In that way, that library was very useful for us and it gave us a very good predictions.
Right. So we have the best model, which is our profit model. So what kind of deployment did you do here? What was the tool or the framework that you used for deployment?
We used Streamlit framework, and later we deployed in AWS Instant on client's end.
So you did both on-premise
As well as off premises.
all right.
Yes.
So the final question I have is we have the result here. So why don't you just walk us through what we are seeing on the screen right now?
So what you're seeing here is the 34 months data. So whatever kits that had that particular date along with the values, only those kit items we took and we omitted rest of the kit items. What you're seeing here is a prediction, future prediction. When I say 34 months, till Jan month, the data was given for us, and these are few of the kits we have been displayed. We do have large number of kits, and with this much of confidence level, the forecast was falling in this range. And this was satisfactory for the customers and clients, as well as this was meeting the business success criteria as well.
All right, perfect. So you were able to solve the business problem that you stated earlier.
Yes.
All right. So there we have it, friends. We have a project which was successfully implemented in its first iteration, and currently continuous improvement and development for the same project is ongoing. So before we sign off, I would like to talk about a few things that we as a EdTech Institute at 360DigiTMG bring. So we have challenging real-time projects that are going to extend your limits. We are going to make you learn about all the phases that are involved in the project methodology. We are going to learn about the various different tools that are used in the industry, like Python, Power BI, cloud platforms, etc. We are going to give you the opportunity to work on research papers that are going to be published in international journals. And we are going to give you access to various free tools that can help you enhance your learning experience. So we have the mind map, which will allow you to internalize the concepts at a high level. We have the ML architecture assistant, which will allow you to create architecture diagrams, simple architecture diagrams, intermediate as well as advanced. All three options are available to you. We have the resume mapper, which will allow you to keep a track of how good your resume is and whether you're able to get through the ATS screens that many multinational companies now employ. And we have animated learning to help you understand the flow of the different techniques that you're going to be learning about. Okay. So once again, thank you so much, Soumya, for taking your time to join us and guide our audience through the project that you have worked on. So
Thank
thank
you, Aditya.
you. Yeah. All right, guys. So have a good evening.